Hi, I'm Donna Jakunis, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do a cast on called the Garter tab for a half pie shawl. This is the beginning portion of a half pie shawl, specifically my Hemisphere pattern. And the cast on is right here. This is the tail for starting the cast on. So I cast on 3 stitches and I knit this little 6-row section called the Garter tab. And then that's going to continue out to make a garter stitch border across the whole top edge of the shawl. So let me show you how I did that. First, I have a little piece here where I cast on 3 stitches here and I knit 6 rows. Okay? So now how do we get that so that knitting is coming off both sides here for the garter edge and over here for the shawl? Well, we're going to pick up stitches. I use the same needle that I already have in the piece for picking up stitches. You can use a different one if it's easier for you and then slide them on. You can even use a crochet hook. So we have 3 that we have for the little tab we knit. We're going to pick up 3 across the edge and we knit 6 rows so we have 3 garter ridges. And I usually pick up right in those bumps on the edge of the ridge. And then we're going to pick up 3 stitches on the cast on edge. So actually, I use the terms interchangeably, but really pick up and knit because we're actually going to, or knit up. I'm going to put my needle into that bump on the edge. I'm going to wrap my yarn around it and pull it up. That's 1. Whoops, sometimes I miss. It's okay. 2, 3. But you saw how I missed one. That's why some people prefer to use a crochet hook or a separate needle for picking up, knitting the stitches and then slipping them onto this working needle, and that's okay. So my tail's right there, and I'm just going to ignore it because we're going to weave it in later. So I just need to pick up 3 stitches along this edge, and you can do any kind of cast on. I use a long tail cast on, but I'm just going to go in here, and this corner loop and pick up 3. And I'm just going to go under, right under the strand on the edge. 1, 2, and then that corner loop, 3. So now I have 9 stitches, and it looks all wadded up and everything, and it is, but it'll be okay because it's going to turn into the piece on the edge. So now how do I get this set up to work the shawl? Let me show you. To do the setup row, we're going to need 2 markers because we're going to want to separate the piece into an edge section for this side, an edge section for this side, and then the 3 middle stitches will grow into the body of the shawl. So we picked up and we turn, and now we're going to do a wrong side row. So I'm going to knit 3 because the edge is garter stitch, so we knit every row on the edges. I'm going to put a marker. I'm going to purl 3, and that's the center part of the shawl that will grow and grow and grow as we do the pie shawl shaping. And then I'm going to knit the last 3. So now we have it divided into our sections, and we can begin with ring 1 of the pie shawl itself. So we'll go ahead and increase. It's an increase row at the beginning of every ring of the pie shawl. So we'll have knit 3, and most of the rings are just done with yarn overs, but because we have so few stitches at this place, we're going to use the knit front and back also. So we're going to do a yarn over, then a knit front and back, then a yarn over, then a knit 1, yarn over, knit front and back, and we're going to end with the yarn over and then knit 3. So that is our first increase round, and let me just move this here so you can see. And now we've got our edges that are going to continue, and you can see this has already grown quite a bit into the middle of the shawl. So where are we on this middle section? We're right here. So now we're going to do 5 rows of stockinette stitch in the middle which is knit on the right side, purl on the wrong side, continuing to do knit every row on the outside. And that's this section. Then this increased row is the beginning of section 2. This increased row is the beginning of section 3. So you notice that when I did these increases, I was on a right side row. So we begin the 5 rows of stockinette stitch on the wrong side. So we're going to do purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. And then our knit row will be the beginning of the second ring, which is again an increase row. So that's all there is to starting a half pie shawl with the garter tab. Garter tab is used on other kinds of shawls too, but the middle part has a different arrangement of stitches and increases. The garter stitch part is the same. It may be 3 stitches, 4 stitches, even 5 stitches, but it's a basic technique that can be adapted for any kind of top-down shawl.